Hello, my crafty friends. Good evening. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So, a few months ago, I started to do my Facebook Lives as kind of like a week of one specific item. And I actually love how that has turned out because I'm being able to show different ways to use the one set. So, on Tuesday, I used the everyday arches, and today I am using that as well. And I did bring in the stamp set for the everyday arches. I did make a card using adding a different stamp set as well, but we are primarily going to use the everyday arches and the stamp set. It is so fun and so cute. I literally have no idea why I didn't order it earlier, but I'm so grateful I did. And if you haven't gotten yours, you definitely want to because this card is really, really fun and cute and totally perfect. So, good evening, Heather. Welcome. So, I finally, not finally, it actually didn't take me as long as I was anticipating. I got the Year of the Flowers designs done. And I have a printed form that I will show you once I point you guys down to kind of show you what it's all about. Hopefully, the email will go out tomorrow, maybe Saturday. I have a really busy day on Saturday, so it could even be Sunday, but it will be out in the next couple days, I promise. Hopefully, fingers crossed tomorrow. But other than that, hopefully you guys got into your craft room. I did a little bit. I didn't get too much time out here. As soon as I got home, Bo asked me if I wanted to go out for lunch because he thought he was going to have to work tomorrow. So we weren't going to be able to do anything for Valentine's Day or his birthday. His birthday is on Valentine's Day. So we went out to lunch, and then by the time we got home, I really wanted a nap, but I pushed through the nap and came out and did my live and tidied up a little bit. So that was my day. Hopefully, you guys had a nice, relaxing day as well. Okay, let's point you over so we can get started. Okay, so this stamp set and die is an online exclusive. It is not out yet. So don't run over to the website and search it because it is not out yet. It won't be out until March 4th. So I am promoting my email early. So as soon as this goes live, I will order all of them and get the kits prepped to get them out the door. It does come with all of the dies, and you definitely will want this entire set to complete the cards that I've created. I actually did the months so I wouldn't be way confused. It did take me a little bit of time, but I am so grateful I did it. And you will get a copy of this in your little packet as a little fun extra, plus lots of fun other things. But you will get this piece. I just photocopied it, so it's my handwriting. I didn't do anything super special, but at least it's done. Sometimes done is better than perfect. Hopefully, that's the correct saying. So this is the set, and as soon as I saw it, I absolutely fell in love with it, and I knew I wanted to do a spectacular event with it. So this is going to be a separate besides the designing damsels. This is just something that I've put together. You will get all of the products and stuff to make all 12 of these cards. And I literally just want to show you all of them, but I know I can't. But the email, so check the email sometime this weekend and it will be going out soon. Okay, so there's that. And then let's bring in what we are doing tonight. So I pulled in the everyday arches and I did You Are Simply Fantastic. All of these things would work for the design that I'm going to be doing, but that's the one that I picked for today. I did make a card using the mixed floral and using the same set, You Are Simply Fantastic. And I was contemplating on doing that for the live. And I'm totally on board for doing it, but my die set is missing for this image. So I did fussy cut two of these out, and I didn't want to fussy cut any more out, knowing that there is a die, and I'll just have to reorder the die set, but eventually we will be playing with that as well. And last but not least, I wanted just a little something like, since we did use the You Are Simply Fantastic, and I saw this, it's a Cheerful Daisies, it's You Made My Day. So You Are Simply Fantastic, You Made My Day. So those are the two. This is definitely something that is totally optional. You can use something that you have already, or if you don't have this set and you love this sentiment, you can definitely get it as well. So those are the stamp sets. Let's bring in the dies. I left them out because I didn't want to mess up and not grab the right dies that I'm using for the sets. So this is the largest one. We are definitely using the largest one. This is the second largest and the third largest. So we are definitely using these three. And then I pulled in, this one is 1, 2, 3. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the seventh one in. So those are the four dies that we are using tonight. Can't pick it up. There we go. So I've already die cut these, but I do want to go over them with you. So this is the second largest. You're going to want one of these for the inside piece of your card. So that is all you're going to use this one for. These two pieces, you're going to layer on top of a piece of cardstock. I use basic white, and you can cut both of them out at the same time. You just want to line it up and make sure it's even all the way around. So this is out of the basic white as well. And we actually don't need this piece. So you can save that for a different project. We really just want this piece. And then this piece, da 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 da, I'm so excited to show you, but we're gonna have to wait a second because I'm gonna show you these cards. So my original design was something like this, and I used the Oceans of Friends Designer Series paper and the little lobster, and I pulled in some of the gems. But then I really wanted to use the Mixed Florals stamp set. So I stamped it and colored all of these in Melon Mambo. So this is the light Melon Mambo, and this is the dark, and Granny Apple Green and Daffodil Delights. And this is the same Ocean Friends paper. But then I got thinking, I love these. They are so pretty, but what else can I do with this? So then I decided to do this. So we are going to use the largest die to make our card base. Is that not so fun? So these are the two that I told you in the beginning that I did fussy cut because my dies have gone missing, and my craft room is clean, so it's not that they're somewhere in my hot mess. But I really liked this one as well. So we're going to do the crab and the lobster, but that is an extra alternative that you can do with these cards as well. So we're going to go from start to finish on this card so you guys know exactly what to do. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. So I have a piece of Melon Mambo, and it is our normal card base size. So it is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4.25. So you do want to fold it in half and give it a nice good crease. We are going to take our largest arch die, and I like to do this upside down. So I want it to be, the fold is right here. I want the fold to be on the edge. So it's a little hard to do while I'm holding it upright, but I don't want it touching the little dots or the side of the die. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to set it down. I'm gonna have to reposition it again, but I wanna grab a strip of, you can use washi tape. This is Post-it note tape. I just got it on Amazon. Um, so you can really use anything. And I am gonna push that down so it holds it in place. So now, theoretically, when I pick it up, it is going to be where I need it. But we're going to have to do that again because I did it on the opposite side. We want our card to open like a normal card, not all cattywampus. And it would have been cattywampus. Okay, so let's try this again. Make sure your card is going the right direction. And now we can press that firmly. Well, I guess not too firmly because it's stuck to my table. I swear we'll get this. Okay, I'm just gonna fold it around so I make sure it's holding it tight. Perfect. Now we can grab our embossing machine. And I do have my dark colored plates on here. So if you guys saw one of my tips of the day, or tip number, I don't even know if it was 5 or 6, but I do honestly use colored cardstock on my colored plates. And I keep my white plates for my basic white paper. So I'm laying all of this together and I'm going to run it through my machine. I'm going to run it back through just for giggles. I know it cut it, but okay. So now we can take our excess off and pitch that. It's not enough to save. And now we can peel this off. If you're using washi tape, sometimes washi tape does tear your cardstock. So just be super gentle when you're peeling it off. But this Post-it note tape, knock on wood, it has never torn on me until I do a live and then it will tear. But it actually didn't that time. So that's all the dies we're going to need. So now we have our binding on the side. It is going to stick together, so you do need to kind of move it back and forth to get it to open. Is that not so fun and so cute? I really wish they would have had this at Halloween. I think these would have been super cute tombstones. Okay, so now we have this piece that is going to layer on top, but we're going to do a little bit of stamping and a little bit of stuff before we attach it. So I have my Melon Mambo. Hello, Martine. I'm going to ink up. You are simply fantastic. There are so many people I could send this card to. Such a perfect saying. Okay, so I'm going to stamp. There we go. And I do want to stamp the sentiment. I'm going to stamp the sentiment on the bottom. You made my day. And again, this one isn't in the Everyday Arches. It is in the, what is it called? Cheerful Daisy set. I just pulled it in because I wanted something along the bottom. So now here is the fun part. Not that all of this is fun, but this is all the scraps that I have left from the Oceans of Friends stamp or designer series paper. I think I've used probably 4 or 5 packs of it. So honestly, you would probably want a piece that was a little over 2 inches wide, but these guys are literally 2 inches. So I'm going to show you how to use up your scraps. So first, I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to load up the back with some dimensionals. And I kind of want them a little close to the window that we cut out. This way, my designer series paper is going to catch onto the dimensionals. My original one, I just glued down to the center of this, but it was my only larger scrap. I know it's a little crazy to say, but I didn't realize that I didn't have any larger scraps. I only had itty bitties, but we are going to make it work. So now I'm going to peel off the backing. And I would just glue the designer series paper down, but I want to make sure it's going to fit in the window. Make sure if it is directional specific, it is going the right direction. And now we're just going to hover over, making sure it is going to cover all of that window. And you can see how it's barely catching, but it's catching. That's all that matters. Let's lift that up. I think it needs to go to the left a smidgen or the right a smidgen more. There we go. And now take your paper snips and we're just going to trim it off at the bottom. And I did not make it a straight line, just cut. And now you can still use this piece for another one of your cards. Now you can bring your card base back in. Normally I don't have to worry about not having enough designer series paper, but this time I did. Now I just want to come in with another dimensional and kind of maybe put one right there just to make sure it's not going to sag on that side. Now we can put this in the center. Oh, I grabbed the lobsters, I grabbed the crabs, not a lobster. I'm going to flip that over, add a couple dimensionals to this guy, more than a couple. He's a little awkward shape, so he might need a little extra help not to sag. And I'm going to come in and put him right in the center. And he actually fits really nice in there. So I didn't have to worry about not putting the dimensionals all over him. So there's that. Let's grab some of our fun little dots. Well, maybe. They're actually quite big, so I stuck them on the inside so it didn't add more thickness to the edge of the sentiment. Now, all we have to do is glue this piece to the inside. So you guys can pick whatever set you want to do this with. I did two different ones, so if you're just logging on, I will show you the mixed media one that I did. And then we have one more. I won't go through all of the super in-depth details that I did on the first one, but I have one more that I'm going to use the little crabs on. But there's the two, exactly the same. I did have to stamp this on a scrap piece of paper just because the leaves hung down a little bit, but super fun. Like literally, I think you could do this on any one of your designs. So we're going to do a little bit of stamping first. You'll probably laugh at me because I made this card and then realized that I forgot to stamp "You Made My Day" on the bottom of it. So I tried to stamp it once it was already put together with the dimensionals and everything on. It didn't work out so swell. It was a hot mess. And I'm usually really good about fixing mess ups, but that one, there was no fixing it. And I'm getting ink all over my blocks, which is a little strange for me too. Look, I just did it again. I don't know what my problem is. So I'm doing this one in pumpkin pie to match the card base. And let's flip it over, add some dimensionals. And if you see that I'm moving my hand, I'm trying to get the flat part of the dimensional right up to the window. That's probably a little much to make sure that that's lined up, but I feel like sometimes when you're doing a specific design, Sometimes you have to maneuver these guys to where you want them. So that's what I'm doing. And if you have bigger pieces than my pile of scraps, then you don't have to worry about this either. But I have been all about using up scraps. So this is the same side we used on the first card, but I want the pumpkin pie on the outside. So again, line this up. That actually might have been a smidgen wider because I didn't have to mess with it too much. Let's trim off the bottom. Perfect straight line right there. Put some adhesive on here. I think it would stick with just the dimensionals, but I don't want to take the chance. Okay, this is really cute too. The orange, the pumpkin pie. I don't know. As much as I love pink, this pumpkin pie is pretty spectacular. And I want to put a couple of the mini ones up top. Oh, that one is empty. I have a whole slew of them up here. We'll just open up a new one. I just want a couple right up at the top of his claws. So it actually would be kind of funny to put Krabby on the inside of it. You are simply fantastic. You made my day, Krabby. I don't know. Or happy birthday, Krabby. You probably could only send those to certain people, but it would be kind of fun. It would make me laugh anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna do that one there. And this one I'm gonna do right there. Let's bring in our gems. And I literally thought I had 3 just chilling somewhere. Oh, yeah, there it is. I have 3 of the pumpkin pies just chilling. Now I don't have to try to keep them together. I'm just going to use them. Let's see if I can fit that one right there. Now I lost the little piece. There it is. Open this up. Let's slap this on the inside. And voila, our cards are done. Push all of this out of the way so you guys can just see the projects. So you'll have to tell me which one you like better. Do you like the lobster, the crabs, the mixed media flowers, or do you like it better on a normal card base? So options. I love options. I think that is the best thing known to man is to have options. And I've literally given you a plethora of options. You just need to pick. Anyway, that was it for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will see many of you guys on Saturday for the scrapbooking workshop. It is my very first scrapbooking workshop since I've started Stampin' Up, and I'm super excited about it. You still have time. I will be prepping tomorrow. So if you haven't RSVP'd and you would like to, definitely send me a message because I think the link through the email isn't working anymore. So you'll need to send me a message if you can come on Saturday. Anyway, I will see many of you on Saturday, or if not, I will see you on Tuesday for another live. We will chat with you soon and have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing Valentine's Day and an amazing weekend. We'll chat soon. Bye-bye.